Hello, this is the project orientation for the audio segmentation and transcription conversion. First, we have the project introduction, followed by the initial workflow. Then we will be showing a video on the working interface and demo presentation. We begin with the project introduction. For transcription guidelines, we have the following: content, display, and resegmentation requirements. First, we have the language and hours allocation for this project. For the language, we have English and Hindu from India and Arabic from Saudi Arabia. Each language specified on the table only requires 10 hours with a total of 30 required hours for this project. Here are the things you must do. 1. Convert the original content transcription to display transcription. 2. Resegmentation. Lastly, you must match audio segments precisely with transcription. Note that the accuracy needs to be greater than or equal to 90%. Below that will be considered as rework. Only tasks successfully submitted without rework will be paid. For content transcription guidelines, all tags must be correctly spelled and in the correct syntax. You may refer to the image provided below. For all the original lexical tags, please keep them as they are. Apply the personal name tags in lexical transcription when needed. These are used to tag personal names that are not PII. For PII, check tags 1201. The tag pair should wrap around the personal name as shown in the examples below, where we have Peter and Peter Smith in between the personal name tags. If you can see in the third example, Peter is between the personal name tags, followed by apostrophe s father. Plural names shall be included in the tag pair. For example, there are 2 Peters in our class. Lastly, case declination like shown below should be tagged with the tag pairs. Next, overlap. If multiple speakers get involved in the same topic in a continuous time range, merge their speeches, and choose the one speaking longest or loudest for this line's speaker ID. For overlapped speeches, when multiple speakers are saying something at the same time, this is how we deal with it. In case 1, when speakers are saying the same words, then the transcription will only key these words once. Speaker ID depends on the loudest speaker. Tag these words with the overlap tag. In case 2, when speakers are saying different words during the overlapped time, still transcription will only key the words and speaker ID from the loudest speaker. Tag these words with overlap tag. The image below shows when to use the overlap tag. So, this will be used when there is an overlap in speech. When using this tag, segment the overlapped speech with start and end timestamps. All numbers will be spelled out, such as one spelled as ONE. Special characters that are sometimes used for shorthand notation should not be used. For example, coffee and tea, and symbol must be spelled out into letters. I will come at 5 must be spelled out as well. The same goes for hashtag music. Math symbols are not allowed to be used, you must transcribe them into words. Abbreviations including common metric abbreviations must be transcribed as they are usually spoken. Next, we have the display transcription guidelines. There must be no tags in the display transcription. For punctuations, copy the content transcription. Remove the tags and put the punctuation marks in brackets. Do not delete any punctuation or text, but you can add additional punctuation within the provided punctuations. For example, dot. This means that the sentence can either have a comma or a period. Only use the ones shown in this slide as well as for optional punctuations. Do not use any other punctuation. For number rules, all numbers in display transcription must be reverted into digits. For example, the year 2022 must be written in digits and not spelled out. phone numbers such as 5733 as well. And the date July 8th, the 8 must not be spelled out. Next, when merging a sentence, semantic meaning always comes first. Resegment the text based on the audio context and its semantic meaning. If the continuous speeches from one speaker are talking about the same thing, then merge them together. If the topic switches, even from the same speaker, cut it into two segments. For example, there are two topics in the original transcript, the overall agenda, and absent apologies. So, it needs to be split into two segments. You may pause the video to read through the sample image shown below. For resegmentation requirements, follow through the following. Each resegment line should not exceed 30 seconds. The segmentation should not truncate words. Segmentation should keep semantic meaning as much as possible. Each utterance is less than 30 seconds. This is not an absolute value as long as you try to keep it around 30 seconds. Segment the audios exactly as the transcription timestamps. We can merge or split sentences as long as the thought is there. If there is no punctuation at the end of the merged speeches located in the middle, we can add proper punctuation to it before merging it with the next speech. Then we move on to the project workflow. We start by conducting trainings. You are also expected to review customer instructions. Afterwards, you can proceed to test batches segmentation and transcription. You are expected to submit 2 batches will be quality checked. If you passed, you can proceed to production, where you will be expected to produce at least 6 batches, which will increase the more you are able to familiarize with the project and the system. This production output will also have to undergo quality checking to be considered delivered. Should you fail the test batch, you are expected to review the materials again and take another set of test batch to be checked once again. If your production output is considered a fail with low accuracy by the quality checker, this will be sent back to be reworked. Only delivered outputs will be considered in the payment. Please refer to the following video that will be shown for the project interface.
Now I will show you the project interface. Here is the link to this project. First, you need to change the language to English and sign in. We will provide you with a username and password for this. We will also assign you a task. Click on Select Project, then click on Display Transcription Conversion and Resegment. Wait for it to load. You will see your assigned task here. To start, click the Start button and wait for the audio to load. The transcriptions are displayed below and the audio is above. You can play or pause the entire audio by clicking this icon, play/pause. If you want to play a specific segment only, click the corresponding icon in that segment. To split a segment, play the segment you want to split, then click on the part in the audio where you want the split and click this icon. If you want to merge segments, as merging segment 2 and 3, click on segment 2, then click merge. If you want to undo or redo, click this icon. As mentioned earlier, you can play segments in a loop. Just click this icon. To edit, click this pen icon. Remember to save your edits before playing the audio, as they won't be saved otherwise. After modifying everything, or if you want to pause your work, always click Temp Save to save it in the system. If you want to submit, click Check and Commit. That's it for the manual.
We will be presenting a short demonstration.
OT assistant posts. We decided that those staff would be council employees. So we're actively working on open children's homes, and we're scoping out at the moment what that would look like, so that we come up with, range of options where insourcing is always one of them.
For me, if the speed is the same, I would merge those segments first and then read the transcriptions to identify where the topic changes. You need to click or play the segment first before you can merge.
OT assistant posts.
After merging personally, I copy it into notes so I can see the full transcription.
OT assistant posts. We decided that those staff would be council employees. So typically we would have commissioned that from a home care agency or something, but we created 9 posts within the council and we're hiring those staff ourselves. So that's a little bit of insourcing there.
Then I split it based on the topics, making sure to cut the audio where the new topic starts.
We've secured some funding to open children's homes in the borough. So we're actively working on open children's homes, and we're scoping out at the moment what that would look like in terms of an independent provider, a partnership with a charity, and council directly provided children's homes. So the agreement we have across the department with our cabinet members is that every time we look to commission something, we will actively consider insourcing and we'll set out the reasons for and against.
Let's go back to segment 1 and ensure the audio aligns with the text. Delete the transcriptions that were not mentioned in the audio. Be careful not to delete the original transcription, only delete the repeated parts. Copy the content transcription, then paste it into the display and remove the tags. Put the punctuations in brackets. You can also click the punctuations above. Do not change anything in the transcript and punctuations. After that, click the Save button. Always click this whenever you make changes because if you don't, it will not be saved. Repeat until you finish the task. After segmenting, check the timestamps to ensure you don't exceed 30 seconds. Please use a calculator for this. After modifying, click Temp Save to save your task in the system. When you're done segmenting, click Temp Save, check, and then commit. It will automatically submit your batch. Please let me know if you need further clarification or assistance.
That would be all for this orientation. If you wish to review, you can read through and watch this video again. Thank you.